Okay, now we have a situation where we're still finding the volume of a solid that has been rotated about the x-axis. But notice, according to the diagram here, there's this huge gap. So when you attempt to draw the disk, there's this gaping hole. It forms a washer. And so now you have this kind of outer disk and an inner disk. The outer disk is formed by, provides us with this radius from, so this is how, remember, it's the radius squared of the outer or upper, subtract the radius squared because it's pi r squared, right? Well, this radius of this disk right here, this disk, the outer radius is this height. Well, that's a height of 4. So this is the outer or the upper radius. And then the next one, this is the radius that's formed from the x-axis to this function right here. So for the washer method, you would say volume is equal, we'll pull the pi out, and then they give us our lower and our upper, so from 0 to 4, and then it's the outer or the upper, radius. Well, this radius is 4, so 4 squared, subtract the radius that's formed between the square root of x and the x-axis, square root of x and the x-axis, dx. All right, so we simplify that again. Well, 4 squared is 16. Well, the square root of x squared, those cancel, so that's just 16 minus x dx. So now we can go ahead and get started. Don't forget about the pi. So the integral of 16 is 16x. The integral of x is x squared over 2. And that is from 0 to 4. Let me erase this stuff. Sorry, I should have paused the video. All right, so now we're going to do pi times f of 4 subtract f of 0. And f of 0 is great because you put 0 into either of those x's, we're going to get 0, so that's not going to cause us any problem. So essentially, it's just pi times f of 4. So it's 16 times 4, subtract 4 squared over 2. Well, 16 times 4 is 64. 4 squared is 16. 16 divided 2 is 8. So that will be 56 pi. And this is volume, so units cubed. So not too bad. The biggest problem is figuring out the upper, the lower, the outer, the inner. And then remember, sometimes you're going to rotate around the y-axis, so then it will be the right radius subtract the left radius. It'll be set like that. All right, that's it for the washer method.